Welcome, everyone. This is Unleash Your Creativity with Yvonne Davis and David Steele. We're accredited facilitators with Rocky Mountain Compassionate Communication Network. And this is a blending of The Artist's Way by Julie Cameron and Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. So we're in week 9 now, and so we're exploring recovering a sense of compassion. So, take it away, David Steele.
Take it away, but then if I take it away, you won't have it. Are you asking me to relieve you of something?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so I'm going to tell a story.
Okay.
Well, I used to be what you might call, well, I don't know if I quite rose to the level of master, but I was pretty good at procrastinating and not getting stuff done till the deadline and then not have enough time to do it as well as I'd like.
Yeah.
And what happened is I would sit and there was something I'd have to do and nothing would come. It'd be like being constipated. Oh, God, I can't. You know, so I was blocked.
Mm-hmm.
That still happens.
Oh, yeah.
But what I do now, instead of sitting there going, I've got to make it, why, you know, and then getting all angry at myself and thinking you got to get this done, or, oh, you might as well give up. There's no creativity here. There's nothing, you know. So now what I do is I just stop and I go sit on my couch and breathe and listen to my body and listen to the blockage. And often there aren't even words involved. There's not even a story. There's just feeling the energy. Sometimes I put a hand over my heart and a hand over my solar plexus as I'm meditating, and just really stopping and listening to the blocks. And sometimes I do that for 45 minutes, as long as 45 minutes. And then all of a sudden I can do stuff again. You know, it's gone. And so rather than railing against the block and blaming it and criticizing it, or railing against myself for being blocked or feeling frustrated, or, you know, just giving up, a pattern some people have, instead I just stop and I listen. And I listen with compassion. It's like, okay, there's something in me, there's an aliveness, there's something. And now I see the block as something that's trying to get my attention. So I just stop and I give it attention. And often I don't even know what it was, and it dissolves. Sometimes I do. Sometimes there's feelings that are coming up, or often it's sadness. But I stop and I listen to it. Sometimes it's fear, like, am I really going to be able to pull this off? Better to not find out. Better to not do it than to discover I can't pull it off. Because if I don't do it, then, well, I could have pulled it off. I just didn't.
Yeah.
Whereas if I try and I fail, where I get feedback that what I tried did not work in the way I expected it would, you know, better to just not know. So that's sometimes where the blocks come from. But that's what I do, is I just stop and I listen to it. I give it attention.
Yeah.
And it's very much nonverbal. And it's very much anchored in my breath when I do it. And there's very much a welcoming spirit, a compassionate spirit in my heart towards myself. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hear that basically you blast it with compassion.
Blast it with compassion. I bathe it in compassion.
Okay.
That's what I do. I bathe it in compassion.
Yeah. And you've taught me to do that as well. I used to rail against myself as well when I was experiencing blocks or procrastinating, and like I couldn't move, you know. I was just like lying in bed, but I was torturing myself, And you taught me, you said, if you just give into it, it will actually pass much faster. And that was really scary for me to believe you, because in my mind I thought, that can't be right. How could it be right? It's like, I'm just supposed to sit here and relax and like not like, oh yeah, really, right. Yeah, it's going to happen. So that really scared me, you know. I thought, no, the only way it can make things happen is if I'm like, you better get off that couch and do something. And I'd still be lying on the couch. So anyway, I thought, well, I guess I've got nothing to lose, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to trust David and see what would happen. And I started to have more compassion toward myself and recognize that actually there was a need there longing to be met, which was for relaxation, rest, fun, play. And what I discovered was that it was true what you said. If I actually allowed myself to meet those needs, it passed much more quickly. And then the desire to get up and start moving again and do these things that were part, you know, like they were dear to me in my heart, that I would actually get up and do them after I had my rest. So over time, you know, when the more I did that and the more I found it to be true, then I started to realize when I was blocked that way, that was a part of me that was telling me I need to meet my need for rest and relaxation and fun and play and frivolity. And I think that's why Julie Cameron tells us to allow ourselves an artist state at least once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And in the book, she even tells us at some point to see if we would be willing to expand that to 2 artist dates per week. And that's, I think this is exactly why she suggests that we do that. Because it's like, if we're doing this program and the program says, you need to do an artist date at least once a week, then it's like we're giving ourselves permission to meet that need for rest and relaxation and solitude.
That's right. I'm following the rules. I have to do this.
Exactly.
I was told to do it, so
exactly.
I guess I better.
Yes. And then we find that, you know, our artist child is happy. He or she had his or her needs met. Yeah.
Happy. I'll be creative. You know, our imaginations, our creativity is grounded in our child.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do when we're little kids. We play fantasy games. We play makeup. We play dress up, you know,
mm-hmm.
and that's the core of our creative self. So when the child feels safe and paid attention to, and then wants to go out and play, that's from whence come our creative inspiration much of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And sometimes we need to learn to, you know, work with that energy, the flow of that energy,
right.
And trust it. And so I've learned that too. It's like today was a perfect example.
Yes.
So I did some stuff at home, and I wasn't like in a hurry or anything. I just, you know, kind of went with the flow, whatever just felt natural.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came over here
mm-hmm.
and we went and got coffee.
Right.
And we went to the park. That was so nice.
Oh,
that was so nice.
We had fun in the park.
Yeah, we went to Starbucks, we got coffee, and then we went to the park, and we sat in the park, and we just had our
Excuse me.
Philosophical conversations and stuff that we love to do. Coffee and philosophical conversations in the park. That makes life worth living. So we enjoyed that, and then we came home. And we were going to do some work, like some of these videos, and I was so tired. I had homework to do too, and I was so tired. I just, like, I could barely keep my eyelids up.
Mm-hmm.
But see, this is the thing, is I've learned, because you've taught me, to not be afraid to give into that. That if I give into it, doesn't mean it's going to last forever. It doesn't mean I'm going to sleep for the rest of the day.
No, it lasted about 20 minutes this afternoon.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't look at the time, but I thought maybe I had slept for about an hour.
No, it was about 20 minutes.
Wow, amazing. So yeah, so I took a nap and I fully gave into it, and I woke up naturally and I was ready to go. Yep. So we got work done, and then we had dinner, and then I did my homework, and now we're doing more work. I mean, I call it work, but really it's play. I love this work. I love this work.
Yeah, so blocks are not like a wall that you have to bust through. They're an energy field that you dissolve by assimilating it, by digesting it. You know, kind of like Superman there was this one Superman episode where he meditated and he was able to actually dissolve and move through a wall and be on the other side, which is actually quantum mechanics. And the rules of quantum mechanics is possible to do that. But anyhow, a block, by noticing it rather than turning it into an obstacle, looking at it as an energy field, becoming curious. I've used that a lot here in the compassion thing, because curiosity and compassion go together. Becoming curious about it, and then really understanding it, and it's not necessarily verbal, but just really listening to it and allowing it to be, and then it transforms, and then it's no longer a block. But it's not because you sent it away, it's because the energy just realigned itself, and you just move through it.
It's interesting that you use that word dissolve, because all this week as we've been talking about compassion, I keep saying that you soften and you open, you know, and I think that basically that's what I was trying to express, is that idea of dissolving the blocks, dissolving the barriers, you know, just the softening and opening.
Right. Yeah, I go for that.
I like it when my hand goes like that.
It's definitely noticeable. All right, you feeling complete about this, about that? All right, how about if we call it a wrap?
Okay, sounds good.
This is a wrap. We just gave you a wrap to wrap your consciousness in it. It wasn't a rapid wrap. It could have been a rapid wrap. It could have been a rapid wrap. But we decided not to be rapid or rapid, and just wrap slowly and gently, and invite you to be who you are.
Alrighty, so we'll bring this to a close, and thank you for subscribing. It's just so wonderful to see all that going up and up and up and up, building the channel, building the community, and all the likes on the videos, and all the comments and questions and things like that. So much fun, and really makes it feel like a conversation, and so I'm really enjoying that. And also want to remind you to ring the bell if you haven't done that yet, and please share with your social media and your friends and family so we can continue to build this channel. So thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow for our next video. Bye-bye.